So, hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, for the MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 10, as we've been doing the last few days. Grapplefest 10, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. It's going to be Saturday, the 20th of November. Doors open, I believe, 4 o'clock. 6 hours of grappling. 32 fights. Some of the top grapplers from all over the world are going to be on this show. As I say, Chris Thompson's done an absolute job in putting on a great show. So, obviously, the tickets available directly from the fighters themselves if they've got any left. If not, you can jump on to the Facebook page, Grapplefest Facebook page. You can get the tickets directly through Eventbrite, including the booking fee. I believe it's £32.93. So, as I say, make sure you go to your chosen fighter first of all, and see if they have any availability left. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of great fights. Obviously, one that I'm looking forward to seeing is obviously the two top guys. I mean, Ash Fletcher is going to be up against Lee Chadwick. Under 100 kilos, I believe. Under 100 kilos. No gi. Going to be an absolute great fight. As I said, I've seen Ash a few times. I mean, I've been at competitions where you've been at as well. So I don't think I've ever spoke to you, but obviously I've seen you. And as I say, I always love watching you. So yeah, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. How you doing?
No, thanks for having me. Yeah, all good, mate. Thanks, all good.
Nice. And then, what about the gyms? I mean, now that we are officially open, all right. So, how's the gym been for you?
It's been good, to be honest. We've moved gyms, started up. I've gone into partnership with one of the guys, Trev, at our place. And yeah, we started to grow it a little bit. COVID's given it a bit of a kick up the arse at the minute. Everyone seems to be getting ill. But yeah, hoping it picks up again.
Yeah. What about when it? Because obviously I know that our gym, we're a MMBJJ in Glasgow. Obviously, when we were allowed to get back to training and so on, it got crazy busy. I mean, it was busier than I'd ever seen it.
Yeah, same. Our beginners classes just went crazy. We went from our beginners classes used to be, I don't know, 6, 7 people, and then we was getting up to 20 in there, like close to 20, just ballooned up.
Yeah.
It was nice, but we still managed to keep in some of them. Some people have dropped off though.
Yeah. And then what about you? What is your thoughts behind that? I mean, obviously the beginners coming in. Do you think it's been people that obviously with COVID, obviously they've not been able to do anything, and they've thought, well, what am I going to do? Or people that have maybe sat and thought to themselves, well, I want to give something like Jiu Jitsu a try, and that's how they've come in the doors now.
Yeah, I think so. And to be honest, during the COVID period, we had a new gym started up, and there was a GB opened up in the town as well. So obviously, with 2 new gyms, both advertising, like I think both gyms are thriving. To be honest, it's nice. And obviously, there's another gym up the road as well, where Baggy goes to UTC with John, and yeah, they seem to be doing really well as well. So I think it's been beneficial for all of us. It's just people, I think, just fed up with being on their arse and want to try something new.
Yeah. And then obviously Gordo as well, Gordo Jiu Jitsu. Obviously a big name.
Yeah.
I mean, Gordo Jiu Jitsu seems to be getting bigger and bigger. I know obviously that John Nicholson in Scotland obviously came over to Gordo, I think, about a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
So Gordo Jiu Jitsu seems to be blowing up at the moment.
Yeah, there's some real good names. I mean, Ben obviously speaks for himself. He's been around forever. I mean, yeah, some of the names on it's unreal. Tomo, got the ASW lads under it.
Yeah.
There's loads of good gyms. Lee Remedios, got Chris Walsh. Yeah, if I start naming, I'll be here all night. But yeah.
Definitely. Listen, Gordo, I'd say every day you seem to hear about another gym coming over to Gordo Jiu Jitsu. So it's definitely one of the teams that's grown and grown and grown in the UK.
Yeah, I think we're all the outcasts, to be honest. I think we're all the bellends. Yeah, it seems that way. Anyway, I think I definitely am.
Yeah,
Ask any of my lads, they'll tell you.
Well, I think, is this one of your lads coming in, question there, or Mike Watt?
Here we go.
So good to hear Professor Pepe
Oh,
speaking to a true jiu-jitsu representative from Scotland. So this is something, obviously, I was going to ask about, because obviously we took one of the pictures. Whenever, obviously, we do an interview, we go onto the Facebook page and we take a picture. And one of the pictures, the picture that we got was you. I think we were wearing a white belt, and somebody, you said it was your wife, had put about Professor Pepe. And then a few pictures later, there was a picture of you with a bottle of Coke with Professor Pepe on it.
Yeah. So the picture was a bit of a joke. One of the lads left his belt at the gym, and someone else took it home. So I found the belt. I said, "Yeah, I'll take a picture. I'll send it to him." It's about 2 sizes too small, so I thought it'd be funny. So I sent it in. The missus found it on my phone. Decided it'd be funny to put it on.
Yeah.
And she knows I hate if anyone tries to say professor to me. Fuck, I hate it, because I'm just some dickhead from Cannock who's been trained a little bit longer than some other people. Like, I haven't earned a title. So obviously, being the twat that she is, she's got all the lads calling at me. And we was walking around Aldi doing our shopping, and they just happened to sell fake Dr. Pepper, Professor Pepe. So, yeah, anyway, she's seen it, thought it was hilarious, got me to take a picture, which I thought she was sending to one of the lads as a joke. No, she puts it online, so it's stuck now, and I just can't get rid of it. Yeah, so obviously it was just within our gym, but thanks to Mike, it seems like it's going to be getting a bit further afield now.
Yes. But yeah, listen, amazing as well. You find a bottle of Professor Pepe in Aldi. So
I know, it's unreal. It's literally, because she's been taking a piss since we've been together. Since before we were together, to be honest. Because she jokes about elitism in jiu-jitsu and stuff, and she's half joking, but yeah. So she says, "Oh, now you can sit at the front and all this with the pictures." And then as soon as she saw this bottle, her eyes lit up. You could see it just made her day. And
brilliant.
She doesn't let it go either. She's like a dog with a bone. Bless her.
See, normally it's like when you're in the gym, as you've got the guys in the gym will slag you off and stuff like that. But then obviously you're getting it in the gym and you're getting it at home as well.
Oh yeah, the lads have got nothing on my missus, honest. Anyone will tell you, if any of them comment on this, they'll tell you she's horrendous.
Yeah,
I'm bad, but she's even worse. She's disgusting. Her humour. Oh, yeah.
Oh, listen, stop bullying Ash, guys, mate. That's there's no place for bullying in jiu-jitsu.
I'll tell you what, honest, I've got a gym full of them. Pick on a little one.
Oh, mate, Professor Pepe. So that's the last time you'll hear it from me. All right, so. and then what about you? I mean, obviously the matchup, Lee Chadwick. Obviously, you know Lee through Bellator and so on. So, and
yeah.
I've
been following him for a long time.
And how did the matchup come about for you? So, how did you find out about it?
Well, I spoke to Tomo about Grapplefest a little while ago, and he said, "Oh, do you want a match?" And I was like, "Yeah, sounds." So he tried to match me up against a guy, and he wanted to fight under 90, and there's no way I'm hitting under 90. I think them days are gone. And so he says, "Oh, we've got Lee," and by the sounds of it, I think quite a few people have turned him down. But yeah, sad that. I love a challenge. I love a challenge, and he's gonna be a challenge. He's a tough dude.
Yeah. He's a good grappler as well. I mean, anytime we see him in Bellator and so on, his ground game's good and so on. So, and he's a big lump of a guy. Comes in with big muscles and stuff like that. So he's definitely a specimen of a man.
Yeah, he's going to be tough in every area. Oh yeah, he's strong, fast. He's already tapping out black belts. I mean, like I'm not talking idiots like me. I'm talking like high level black belts in Bellator and stuff. He's tapping out.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he's certainly a good level. There's nothing but respect there, and yeah, I just saw it as a massive challenge. The last few times I've been on shows, I've been injured. I've had a few surgeries the last couple of years, so it's the first time I think I'm actually going on ever really full health. So
yeah,
it's going to be nice to test myself against someone like me.
yeah, yeah. And as I know that you've been on shows and not just shows, but you've obviously done competitions and stuff like that as well. I mean, what's
Yeah.
your obviously you being a black belt? I mean, how does the nerves like whenever you go into a competition? Do the nerves get better the higher up the belts you get, or I mean, what happens with you when it comes to fight day?
To be honest, I don't really get nerves for grappling matches. I think that's to my detriment as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll probably be nervous this time, but look at him, he's a beast. Like, so, like, I'm just glad it's not MMA. But yeah, I think I say I don't get nervous. That's the wrong. I get the butterflies, but
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's quite weird. It's like when I used to fight MMA, I used to be terrified, and I mean,
yeah,
not terrified to the point where I didn't want to walk out sometimes. But it's a different feeling with the grappling, even on the bigger shows.
yeah, yeah.
So it's more excitement than nerves, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're saying about the butterflies. The butterflies is like a kind of sign of excitement that you're excited to do something rather than a fear in any way, so to say.
Yeah, that's it. I just love testing myself. I mean, I'm not the best competitor in the world. I'd never claim to be at all. To be honest, I don't know how I quite get on the shows if I'm honest, but I'm happy I do, and like I'll always kind of give it everything I've got.
Yeah, yeah. And then what about
So
Grapplefest 10? I mean, it's obviously it's going to be on Flow Grappling. It's going to be around the world. Obviously, people are going to be able to see it anywhere at all. It's a big
yeah,
event. And we talked about obviously you're
yeah,
on the main
definitely.
card, so halfway through the main card, and some of the people that are on there, yeah, I mean, I'd say you're in very good company, Ash.
Yeah, yeah, it's unreal. It's just a huge honour to be on it. Just to be asked. I mean, even if I'd have been opening the undercard, I'd have been more than happy in this card. And I was quite shocked when I saw where I was actually. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I know a lot of it is to do with the caliber of where Lee is as well, and I'm more than happy with that. You gotta be in it to win it type thing.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I'm more than happy to be where I'm at. It's an honour, as I say. And I can
yeah,
only thank Tomo and Darren as well. They're both from the show. Thank them for putting me where I am.
yeah, yeah. And then what fight? I mean, obviously, I said there's a lot of good fights. Is there any one that kind of stands out that you're looking forward to seeing?
Um, yeah, I'm obviously looking forward to seeing my mates. So we got, try not to miss anyone out, but we got Waggy. So it's another local lad. I say
Definitely, Ashley.
he
Yeah,
comes to our gym whenever he can. That's a little sunrise. He's a nice lad. He's a really nice lad. Um, so we've got one of my other teammates, Reese Jones, fighting. I think you're interviewing him tomorrow, I believe.
tomorrow. Yeah, up against Lewis Ridley, I believe. So yeah, Reese again,
Yeah,
another exciting one. I'm looking forward to seeing. So obviously, I've heard a lot about Reese. So definitely looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring.
yeah, he's good. Reese is. He's a good competitor. Yeah, and a nice lad as well, as you'll find out tomorrow. He's a really nice lad.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
Joffrey as well, big Joffrey from up Stoke.
yeah. Joffrey going to be on it?
Well, I
I
hope
know he
so.
was
I
talking. I
hope
know he was.
so.
I know he was talking about COVID. I think he what is he about 4 or 5 days in? So is he 4 or 5 days into COVID?
Yeah, something like
So
that. Knowing Joffrey, I imagine he will be.
yeah,
He's a tough lad, and yeah, I just hope he recovers. I had it about a month ago, and I'm just starting to get my cardio back now.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I just hope it doesn't affect him to the point where obviously his cardio's gone. But
Yeah.
he's a fit lad. I'm sure he'll be fine.
And he's up. He's in a big test as well. Jamie Acton. Jamie Acton was the ex-professional rugby league player. So again, another big lump of a guy. So
yeah, another ASW guy as well. I mean, there's no slouches up there.
Yeah.
Any of the ASW gyms.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to speak to Joffrey as well. Obviously, I wanted to give him time. I know he's obviously going through COVID at the moment, so rather than obviously chatting to me while he's knee deep in COVID, I thought I'll give him a week or so, let him try and get back on his feet again. So and then they'll hit him up and we'll get him on. So.
Sod him, make him sweat a bit.
It'll just be Joffrey in his bed with the covers up. Yeah. So, but no, listen, we wish him well.
There'll be tissues there for a different reason this time.
But listen, no, we do wish Joffrey well. We hope he's going to be good. As I said, again, looking forward to seeing him if he's going to be on the show next month. So, and then
fingers crossed.
So what's next for you? So obviously main focus we know is going to be Grapplefest 10. So once that's out the way, what would you like to see yourself doing?
But to be honest, competition-wise, I've kind of said this is probably going to be my last one on shows. Win, lose, or draw, I think so. Just because my body's knackered, if I'm honest. Years and years. I've had both hips broke, my knee done multiple times, and just it's got to that point now where I struggle to recover. So I'd like to, I always wanted to do the worlds once at black belt. So that's something that I'd like to do in the future. I might go and get smashed, but it's kind of that's always been a dream since when I started. So I'll probably do that when the time's right.
Adult Worlds or the World Masters? Because how old are you? You're what?
37. So I'd like to do the adults, but there's a chance of coming up against some real legends, isn't there, in the Masters? So I mean, I don't know what weight I'd be. I'm up and down at the minute, so obviously I'm heavy currently. So that's kind of the goal, and then it's just going to concentrate on coaching, and I'll get more enjoyment now out of seeing the lads progress and get to competitions and medal and stuff.
Now listen, my own coach Marcus Nardini, he had to obviously retire from competing as well due to injuries and so on. So he still goes. Obviously, he goes to shows. He's there with the guys, and as I said, it's tough. It's tough when you do eventually have to hang it up. But listen, hopefully we'll see you again. I mean, as I said, I don't want this to be the last one that we ever see Ash Fletcher, the last show. As I said, you're one of the guys that we definitely need to see out there at all times. So.
I have said that 2 or 3 times, to be honest, but like I say, every time there seems to be an offer or I get a second win. So we'll see. I said it to the missus, and she says it won't be your last time again. Fair enough. We'll see.
We'll definitely see. We'll see. And then, obviously, last thing for you then. So, obviously, you've been in the game for a number of years. So, obviously, people have come in and out of your life, been in a part of your journey. But, I mean, anybody you want to shout out to? So, any kind of friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's my fiance. She's amazing. She does no hassle with me training. She comes and trains with us. She's a blue belt at our place. She helps me with everything. So dead supportive. Second, all the lads at our place. I'm not going to name anyone in particular because it's not fair. They all help. And obviously my coach. Main coach Ben Poppleton, and all the other Gordo lads who I see. So I've got. I suppose I will mention a couple if that's all right. Actually, so I've got people who are going to be cornering me, which I've got to thank. So Brett Reeve, he's one of my main training partners, especially for Nogi. And Chris Walsh is coming down from Liverpool to give me a hand. Getting ready, and he's going to corner me and stuff. So yeah. It's I can't fault him for that. He hasn't had to do that. He's done that for his own back. So just kind of shows what kind of a team we got, where he's willing to travel down on a Saturday afternoon from Liverpool to give me a chuck.
Yeah. Nah, listen, that's what jiu-jitsu is all about, though, is it? I mean, that even though like one person might stay in London and one will be in Glasgow, do you know what I mean? They'll still come travelling and stuff like that just to see you, help you, and even the guys that come in for open mats on Saturdays and Sundays from other gyms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely what jiu-jitsu is all about. It's definitely
100%.
I mean, it's changed. I mean, I've noticed. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about 8 years, and I remember when I first started, there was a lot of politics. There probably still a little bit, but there's not a lot now. I mean, it's a lot more open now. As you mentioned, guys are training from different gyms on a regular basis and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's that evolution
definitely.
of jiu-jitsu. So.
100%. I certainly don't get involved in any. I've got no interest in any of it, to be honest. But our doors are open for anyone, and our lads can go anywhere. It only benefits the club. If one of our lads goes and trains someone, picks something up, and brings it back to the club, it's only a benefit. So, and also I go train elsewhere, so I can't say to them, you can't. First of all, they're customers, so I haven't got no right to. Second, who am I?
Yeah. And then what about Gordo? I mean, obviously, give a shout out to Gordo Jiu Jitsu in Cannock. So anybody that wants to come and train, how do they get in contact with you guys?
Yeah, so we're on the Facebook page, and you'll either speak to, I was going to say me, you won't speak to me, I don't answer the messages. It's usually either my fiance Sam or Trev, they're usually the two that message. We've got the MMA lads, and that's run by Harry Marple, Brett Reeve and Paul Taylor. Anyone come and join there. Then we've got the gi, and it's mainly run by myself or Trev. Got Alex Brown when he's in. He's just had a newborn, so he's not in as much at the minute. But yeah, we've got some good lads, and so we've got loads of lads who help as well. Yeah. So if anyone's always welcome, come and speak to any of the lads. They'll always put you right.
Definitely. So guys, listen, Ash Fletcher, Gordo Jiu Jitsu in Cannock. I'd say going to be at Grapplefest 10 up against Lee Chadwick. Make sure you get your tickets for the event, either from Ash himself or from the Facebook page Grapplefest through the Eventbrite page. So guys, 20th of November, Grapplefest 10. Buzzing to see this. I'll see you on the night, Ash. So I'll be down.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to seeing you. As I said, I've seen you before. So yeah, definitely buzzing to see you again, mate. All right. So listen, absolute pleasure, buddy.
Awesome.
All right. And
great,
yes,
thank you. It'd be nice to meet you properly as well.
Definitely. But listen, you stay safe, train safe, and I'll see you next month, buddy. All right.
Will do. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. See ya.